What's going on, people? Welcome y'all back. Black Ops Bandog TV. First order of business is and always is building leaders and creating kings by building national development over generations. Building leaders and creating kings operations by building national development over generations. With that being said, we want to get right into it. Bottom line up front. And today's order of business is standing on integrity, being a man of integrity, and the importance of being a man of integrity. What it means to be a man of integrity and how that serves us. It's two parts to integrity, so let's get into it. First part of integrity is integrity in and of itself. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. The quality of being honest and having strong morals and principles, moral uprightness. We live in a society where telling the truth is almost like blasphemy. Where being honest is unheard of. Everybody says that they want the truth, but when you truthful, they say you're an asshole. Now it's a difference in your delivery that can suggest, one thing or the other. But in the same sense, it's important to be loyal. It's important to be honest. It's a saying in the military, simplify. And that's for the Marines. It means always loyal. Well, as a man, you should, one, have that loyalty to your brothers. Have that loyalty to a band of brothers. Establish a band of brothers that you can be absolutely loyal to, but without being loyal to a fault. Absolutely loyal to somebody, individuals that you can be absolutely honest with, but not only your band of brothers. You ought not just, solidify that spot or that position for your band of brothers. It should be for your family. If nobody else, it should definitely be for your family. Your wife, your kids, sister, brothers, mother, fathers. You should be honest. And we know that sometimes the truth hurts. That's life. I'd rather that scar from the hurt, that pain that I can deal with and be done with it, than something that explodes in my face and I was not prepared for it. Now, things is going to happen like that as well. To man is error. We are flawed. We're not robots. We don't have batteries in our backs to the point where we can just be wound up and sent on our way and we march and step to any drum or any beat. That's not realistic. It's not to say that we're going to be perfect. That's not to suggest that we should be perfect. We're going to fall short. We're going to fall short multiple times, over and over. The thing is to stand upright, to stand on morals, to stand on principles. But the first thing, you have to establish those morals and principles and understand oftentimes as we grow, those things are going to change, fellas. Those things are liable to change based on the men that we grow into, the life that we choose to lead. The biggest thing is standing on integrity. Understanding that without it, I'd suggest that you are less than a man. I suggest that you are less than a man because a man without his word, a man without integrity, is weakness, is weak. And from my belief, a weak man ain't really a man. It's not quite a man. Don't really mount up to a man. Like I said, integrity is two parts. Because not only is it moral uprightness and things of that nature, but, it's a saying that I'm cut from a different cloth. Cut from a different cloth, a different fabric. Well, it's important to maintain that integrity of that cloth, that metaphorical cloth that you're cut from. It's important to maintain that integrity. That cloth, that metaphorical cloth that we claim that we're cut from, is to suggest and understand that we come from tough, rough, harsh conditions, and which was instrumental in how we grew up and who we are. Obviously, we are a product of our environment and subject to those ways. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let's be clear. There's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, I would ask you to embrace that. Embrace it. Use it. It's fuel. It's fuel for your fire. We were forged in fire. And if we wasn't, we couldn't come out that hard and still that we need be. But just because we come from those harsh and humble beginnings doesn't mean that is exactly who we are. Doesn't just write our story for us, the end. No, fellas, that's not what it is. It's not what it is by any stretch of the imagination. We have a choice. There are choices to be made daily. We have to make the choice and sacrifices to get where we need to be. That's integrity. That's integrity. We set the moral standard, moral compass for who we are, how we want to be seen, how we want to represent, how we want to be represented, not only ourselves, but how our families want to be represented. We should be a strong representation of our communities, positive representation of our communities. But again, like that same cloth that we're cut from, doesn't mean that cloth ain't gonna get dirty. Yeah, don't mean that cloth ain't gonna get dirty. That cloth is almost certain to get dirty. But one thing about that dirty cloth, you can always rinse it and clean it up. I just said something, Yeah, I just said something, you heard me. I said one thing about that dirty cloth, you'd always rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat and clean it up. Yeah, you'd always rinse it and clean it. You clean it by your deeds, your daily deeds, the things you do to be upright, the things you do to give back. That's how you clean it. That's how you get some of that dirt off top of you and your people. Be better, strive to be better, be harder, be tougher, be rougher. Accept that cloth, that rough cloth and exterior in which you come from, that environment in which you embrace that. Utilize it for the betterment of your people, for the betterment of your communities. That's why I said it's two parts. The second part is the state of being whole and undivided. I don't think they heard it. Jesus Christ. I said the state of being whole and undivided. Fellas, no one of us can do this alone. One finger cannot afflict but so much pain, but all five can strike a mighty blow. All five can strike a mighty blow. We have to maintain that integrity. The integrity of the community, of the group, of the family. Maintain that integrity. Let me read it again. The state of being whole and undivided. My God. Uphold territory, integrity, and national sovereignty. I just said something. Let me read it one more time, because the reason I keep on reading, because I don't know if y'all hit me. I want y'all to hit me, because this second one is important. I'm cooking with grease with this one. I'm cooking with grease. Say the state of being whole and undivided, upholding territory, integrity, and national sovereignty. And national sovereignty. Now, like I said, we're building leaders and creating kings operation by building a national development over generations. Building a national development over generations. A band of brothers that stick together with a common goal and purpose. They stick together through morals and principles, through integrity, by standing on those morals and principles and integrity. Not that I establish, but that we establish. We don't have to be uniform, but we should be united. That maintains the integrity of that fabric, that cloth that we claim we cut from. I'm gonna keep it short and simple. Maintain that integrity of that fabric. Stand on morals and principles. Give back. Understand what it is to be honest what it is to be real. Everybody say they real. I'm a real this, I'm a real that. But one, interpret and understand, break down and decipher what it is to be real and stand on it. Yeah, stand on it. I'm going to talk y'all head off, so I'm going to leave it like that. Building leaders and creating kings operation by building national development over generations. Black Ops Bandog TV. And like I said, live strong or die weak. Do man shit. Ain't no pressure.